I healed from my daddy issues, and you can too. My name's Vanessa. I'm a healer, a light worker, and I'm here to help. It's important that we go in and heal our daddy issues. And almost all of us women, we do have some daddy issues. And how this plays out in our life is that we continually pick the same partner, a partner that is not the ideal partner for us, but mimics the treatment that we got from our fathers. So, from my father, he was never a provider or a protector of our family. My mother had to take on that role. In fact, I remember when people would knock on the door, my dad would get up and run and leave me there in the living room. And also, he had no interest in getting to know me on a personal level or connecting with me. He was very self absorbed. He had suffered a tremendous amount of abuse in his childhood, and he was never able to recover from this. And so, this is the example that I got of a man, of a father. And this is your first person who teaches you how a man should treat you, and how a man is treating your mother is also going to be the way that you gain this information from. So in my life, I absolutely chose that partner. I continuously, in my whole entire existence of being in romantic relationships, chose partners who had absolutely no interest in getting to know me on a personal level or connecting with me on a deep level, and really even spending time with me at all. And also, they were not providers or protectors, and I had to take on that role myself. I have a particular memory, lots of memories that I went in and I healed. And this is what I'm going to tell you, how you can go in and heal your daddy issues through this method. So I have a memory where there was someone over our house, one of my father's friends. He used to have different friends that would come in and out of his life until he burned bridges, in his own words. And we were eating steak. We didn't eat this often. We were poor. As I said, my mother had to be the provider, and my father was never bringing money into the house. And he had offered a steak tip to his friend, and his friend said no, he was full. And I said, Dad, can I have it? And he said no. So what message did I get from my dad, even from this memory? That I was not worthy, that I was not provided for, and I went back into this memory and I had my father act differently in a meditation. I went back to the kitchen and remembered it as well as I could, and I asked my father the same question. And then not only did he give me the food, but he said, let me cut it up for you. And that was my protection. So he was providing, I was worthy of the food, he was protecting me by cutting it, and I was provided for with the food. So you can go and do this in your own memories. There's two different ways that you can do it. One is you can go in and, like I said, have your father change his behavior in the memories that you have. Or the other way that you can do it, you can also watch my video called Inner Child Work, and I fully explain the process there as well. But you go in, and as your adult self, you go into the situation and you validate your feelings, and you then reparent yourself in the way that you want it to be parented. So in this way, you are taking care of things yourself. So it depends on which way that you want to go. And you want to do this for as many memories as you can. I definitely encourage you to watch my video, Inner Child Work. And the reason that we want to do this is so that we can break the pattern. But awareness of this pattern in your life is 80% of the healing right there. Just being completely aware of the patterns, the people that you keep choosing, and how they are just like your father, and how that is mimicking that behavior. And once you can bring this awareness into your life, that this is actually happening, and take a step back and really examine it, this is much of the healing, 80% of the healing. And the other 20% is going in and in meditation, in a meditative state, is reparenting yourself, or having your parent reparent you in the way that you would have wanted to. And you might say, well, that's not real. Well, also, you not feeling worthy isn't real. You are worthy, or whatever it is that you are feeling, your beliefs towards relationships, your beliefs towards men, and what it is you deserve. Because I spent most of my life feeling that I was unworthy of a partner to pay attention to me, to protect me, to provide for me, to really do anything. And so when I was choosing partners, I was letting tons of things slide, huge red flags. And in fact, even in my latest dating adventure, which I have absolutely put myself in a relationship timeout and I have no interest in it now, the more I've connected to my inner self, the more I've connected to source consciousness, I really begin to feel a wholeness and a love that I have never experienced before. Really something so amazing, and this is available to you as well. So you you don't want to allow yourself to have these false beliefs. And if you don't bring awareness to what the problem is in the first place, the patterns that you are choosing and your beliefs towards yourself and about relationships and about the things that you deserve, and then go in and do the extra 20%, that extra inner child work, then you are likely to keep falling into the same pattern. The person I was just dating, he was had a slightly higher consciousness than any other man I had dated, and I loved that. But there were red flags that were popping up, and it wasn't until I was in a deep meditation where these memories were just coming and playing back to me on repeat. These like 5 or 6 instances, these red flag instances, where I was finally able to say, "Whoa." Okay, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. This person has no intention of providing for me. They kept letting me pay for the dates. They weren't taking me out on dates. And I even remember this one situation where we were at the movies and I had bought this membership to the movies, so I didn't have to pay for my ticket. I had to go in on the website and buy my own ticket, which I had purchased through my monthly plan. And he was waiting for me to get his ticket. And when I had brought it to his attention, he literally was like, oh, like, and got his wallet out, like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? So when I was in this meditation and I realized this, I ended the relationship right away. And also it brought to my attention that as much as the healing as I had started to do, I really was not done because I was still choosing the same type of person. And for me, I am just so over that. I'm so done with that. And I really just have no interest at all in relationships. And I really have a ton of interest in healing and self-improving and working on my career and my passions and just feeling whole by myself without a relationship, and doing everything I can so that when I am ready down the line to want to start looking for a relationship, I can make sure that I'm not going to choose the same type of person, because we are all worthy of a person treating us well and not taking advantage of us and actually having an interest in getting to know us. That is huge. Your partner should, literally my partners, especially like with my youngest son's father, my most recent serious relationship, that we've been separated for a while. We live together for our child's sake, and it's really working well and it's wonderful. But I'd always tell him, it's like your feet are running quickly in the opposite direction of me, so much so that I don't even ever know where you are. So this is how crazy what to an extent this affected me in my life and my personal relationships. And I am not going to allow myself to be with a person who has no interest in getting to know me or spending time with me. So I encourage you, go in and analyze this for yourself. See if there are patterns in the men that you are choosing. And if there are, you can be sure that you need to go in and bring this awareness and do the inner work for yourself. I love you so much, and I can't wait to connect with you soon.